Campus Radio. You know how we do. Let's get it.
Broadcasting across the globe of World Wide Web.
Attention please, attention please. This feel like the whole entire world collapsed.
This they YellowTape-ish. They keep running out of it.
Welcome to yet another episode of YellowTape. And today in studio, I'm privileged to be talking to the finest minds that Kenya can actually offer. So I'll allow them to introduce themselves, then we can move this conversation further.
Hello, good people. I'm Isabella Oyo from the University of Nairobi. I'm a fourth year student of civil engineering. I'm also serving as the Secretary General of the Engineering Students Association.
Okay.
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Aranda Sean. I'm a fourth year electrical engineering student from University of Nairobi. Currently in Engineering Student Association, I'm the Social Affairs Secretary.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. Engineering Student Association. These are sort of bodies that we hardly know that they exist. Usually we are sort of, we are vast. We know the politics, but then we hardly know something like Engineering Student Association. Why would you think this is the case? Why are they not so common?
Okay. Professional bodies, most of the time we work from within the school, and most of the time we also don't get the publicity that goes with politics, because we work with corporates and students most of the time.
Okay.
Yes.
So you guys are sort of the link between students and companies and corporates. That's impressive. Like, where do you get the time to be a Red Cross mentor? Where do you get the time to run your foundation? Where do you get that? You're doing engineering, for crying out loud. How do you, okay, this is the question. How do you guys balance between running after corporates, your studies, and ensuring that there is value to students?
Yes, I can say on my end, it's actually the passion. It's more like playing football. Someone can ask, how do you manage to get off work, come back home, go play football? And maybe it's more like a day-to-day thing that you put it in your schedule. Since it's passion that drives you to do, the more like the Red Cross service we are doing. Yeah, so it all boils back to passion. So we ensure that at the end of the day, there are some things which we might sacrifice, as our colleagues are leaving classes, going to do other stuffs. But then we for the greater benefit of the school and us ourselves, what we do is we set our priorities right. We forgo some of the things that we need to forgo in order to provide service to our colleagues as well, so that come in the near future, at least we'll have looked back and said at least we assisted one or two people. Yes.
Impressive. So, Oyo, I'm
Yes.
just curious. Can you just describe your typical day? How does it look like?
Okay. Coming here, I just left a game.
Yeah,
I play hockey for UN.
wow.
Okay, Super League and Kusa League.
That's impressive. So you're doing two leagues
Yes.
at the same time?
Yes.
Okay.
For me, I define success as striking a balance with everything. Being a jack of all trades and trying to master them all is like the definition of success to me. So basically we have classes from 9 to, sometimes it goes up to 6, sometimes 4. My trainings begin from 5 to 7. And as well, for ESA, ESA is in our hearts. For people who go for these posts, we are very personal about ESA. So sometimes we have to drop proposals and pick maybe something from a company. You weigh. You have to weigh whether you should forgo a class for it and make up for it later, or, the breaks that everybody else is doing other things, you use a break to run to maybe Kenha or Kengen. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Just curious. What is the reception of when you walk into Kengen, when you walk into Kenya Power, or these are companies that you approach? What is their response? What is the general feel about what you guys are doing?
I would say they're very receptive. Okay, they're very receptive. And companies like Kengen, KPLC, Kenha, Kera, ERC, and many more. These are companies that have been supporting our activities over time. And anytime that we have any idea, they are always welcome to it. When you walk in, they're very receptive. And even if they may not be able to sponsor that particular event, you will find that most of the time they look at our calendar of event and they'll say, we may not be able to come through for this, but we will be with you in this. Yes. Or we will send a representative to help you in this. Yes.
Okay. There's a lot of passion in, like Sean said, in what you guys do. I'm just curious to know the competitiveness, because I from what we see outside is that politics in university is very competitive.
True.
How do you get into these offices? I think we can start there.
Yes. How we get there is we just do what politicians do. But at the end of the day, when we get to office, we be professional.
Okay.
Because we are exposed to campaigns, serious campaigns, spend money.
Okay.
Yeah, going for something which most of the people think we are being paid, but then in University of Nairobi, the professional bodies, student leaders are not being paid.
Okay.
Yeah, so for professional bodies, we are not being paid. So we are subjected to a campaign where we spend in order to get that position. Yes.
What?
Yeah. And campaigns are around the corner right now.
Oh,
In fact, they are 2 weeks away.
Okay.
So we've already started because we also want to come back again to finish our terms.
So if you guys do campaigns like any other person, how do you finance your campaigns?
Family, friends. Yes, personally, I've served as a 2 years now. I was once finance secretary. Now I'm secgen and I'm going for chair this year. And okay, for secretary general, I went unopposed. And I'm hoping I'm going unopposed for chair.
For chair as well.
Yes,
people are scared of you. Who's vying? Isabella. What is the other position available? Is that what the University of Nairobi engineering students do? They look at the list, then they're like, where is Isabella? Okay, that's taken. Now let's go to the others. So what's your plan when you become chair?
Okay, I've always wanted to introduce new things, and even better the ones that are already running, because every year we everything happens according to the calendar. But now the challenge is how to go bigger or better, and how to develop the engineer, the student engineer, wholly as a person, all rounded.
Okay.
Yes. So when I was finance, I introduced Health Week, where people get tested, get cancelled, they get free protection, yes, and a lot more to do with health. As well, we tried Drug Awareness Week, and drug awareness and mental health still goes very much in hand. Hashtag it's okay not to be okay. Yes, that's also a major problem that is facing the student engineer right now. Yeah, the issue of drugs and depression and all that. And I look at my students every time, and I feel like we should, come up with new things that to tackle every challenge that the student engineer is going through. Yes.
Sean.
Yes.
Sean, what are you going for yourself?
In the next 2 weeks, I'll be wanting her post, the Secretary General
Secretary
post.
General.
Yes.
Is it also unopposed?
My case, it's kind of complicated. I thought I was going to go unopposed, but last year I had 2 other competitors. Whom I taught a lesson. So this year they are back. They want to
the same.
Not the same.
Okay,
now
different.
it's one person who is outside inciting another, a totally different person to run against me, because they learned a lesson, so maybe they also want this one to learn a lesson. Yeah, so I'll be going for the Secretary General post because currently I've been serving as a Social Affairs Secretary. Social Affairs docket, what we do is ensure that engineers, the engineering students plus the society, they have a cohesion, so that we ensure that engineers are outgoing people. They are not only bookwork, So the kind of events that we organized, we ensure the tournaments are there so that they can play, so that they can coexist amongst themselves, know how to interact through the tournaments. That aside, we are also planning the most recent, through the Office of the Secretary General, a children's home visit that will be at Treehouse. It will be Treehouse. So that is also a social event that I feel like when I get to the Secretary General post, I'd like to encourage also my other executive members through my office to organize more social events so that at the end of the day, you are a University of Nairobi student and an engineer. The society, as much as they might want to think that we are people are so busy for them, but then we want to show them that we can be in class building the economy at the same time also giving back to the society, providing services in various ways. So that's why that is one of my agendas that maybe my opponent should hear later on. That I'm planning that
he's going to change his manifesto right now.
He's going to change his manifesto right now. That's what I'll put forth when I become the Secretary General.
Real quick, now that you guys are planning on solving some of the challenges engineering students face, what are some of the critical challenges, especially, let's narrow down to the University of Nairobi engineering students. What are some of the challenges they face?
Well, one of the biggest challenges is getting internships, which we have tried to minimize. We have companies who are very willing to offer slots for students, and we just link them. Yes. And another challenge is drugs. Yes, we've been doing a lot of campaigns on drugs as well.
Is it the exams?
The exams? Sorry?
Why are young people, why are engineering students getting into drugs?
Okay, we realized the issue on drugs actually, basically it's about peer pressure. There's not enough guidance and counseling given to people about the effects that can cause. So that's why during the health week that the Office of the Secretary General organized, we ensured that we measured more on counseling, in informing people about the effects of what they are doing, what they want to sign up for those who are not yet there, so that they know what is supposed to come, what they expect if they indulge in those. So basically, as much as we can say the School of Engineering is known that people take a lot of bang to crack the math, but then that is a myth that we've tried
it's a myth.
Yeah, it's a myth that we've tried to inform our colleagues about it, that you can be sober and still
pass your exams, which is very important.
Yes.
Because drugs they're huge.
Yeah.
Okay. So you said internship, drug abuse,
depression, which I'm not so sure if the academic life of the student has something to do with the depression, but I know it has something to do with drugs as well. Sometimes somebody is in too deep and they don't know how to.
Yeah, curious. The depression rate has been quite high.
Yes.
In the country generally. Is it so? You're saying it's being led by engineering students? Okay. Just kidding. Why is this? Because young people we can assume that they're the same across. We can try to assume that the challenges are fairly the same. But why do you guys think depression is becoming such a critical challenge, actually, right now?
Personally, I think that just like I said, striking a balance. Sometimes one aspect of my life is not going so well, and when I go to the other side, it is not the same. For example, if I have an event with Red Cross, and probably my classwork is really stressing me out, I think that's like a break, and it's breaking the monotony. And maybe when you're in the field, it's different. So maybe people should just find a way of breaking from the stress, from the stress and diversing. There is more to life than one thing that is really, really stressing you out.
Oh, that's impressive.
On my side, I can say people should just live the moment. Yeah, I'm a man who lives the moment. Don't worry too much about tomorrow. Live today to the fullest. Tomorrow, when it comes, you'll find a way to hack things through. So my motto is always to avoid so many things. It's because we tend to plan for a whole month ahead of ourselves. you are in 1st January. You've already planned until February 1st. Live that day. Live a day at a time. You'll avoid so many instances of stress and depression. Yes.
Surprisingly, there's actually a book about stop worrying, start living.
Yeah.
So we worry a lot. We try to figure out a lot of things. And something that Oyo you've said, which is very interesting, is you have these diverse, things that you do.
Yes.
So if one is giving you pain, you try to get a drug somewhere else.
It happens all the time. All the time.
Okay.
Yes.
So if ESSA is a bit disappointing,
ESSA can be very disappointing.
But then,
and then I get some
hockey is not.
Work. Sometimes I've just been scored too many goals in hockey, and it's not a place to be. You find solace in another thing.
Okay.
Yes.
That's very impressive. So what can you say now that you guys are in campaign? What can you say you've done in the recent past that students can go back and look at and be proud of your offices?
We have done basically everything we promised to do. Starting from children's home visits. Okay, that is to stay in touch with the humanity. And we have tournaments. We have industrial visits. We have career talks, which people show up to. We have the annual ESSA dinner. Last year we went Kempinski Villa Rosa. This year we were at Movenpick, hotels and residence at West T. And students show up for this dinner. They look up to it because it's one day that the engineer should just look glamorous and
you forget mathematics.
Yes, forget jeans and t-shirts.
Yes.
People identify us with that a lot. Yes, so we take time. People take time to do tuxedos and shop for dresses like months earlier and heels. And engineers, it's not easy to find us in heels anymore.
Yeah.
Yes, so that day is usually so hyped. And I know the students always look forward to the dinner.
Okay.
We have the International Engineering Students Conference.
International?
Engineering Students Conference.
Okay.
Which as well is a very big thing and students look forward to it. It just happened like barely 2 weeks ago. It's still very fresh in their minds.
Yeah.
We went to Baringo during the drought. We gathered funds and went there as Engineering Students Association. And yes, I think we had Health Week, we had drug
abuse awareness.
Yes.
And all this you guys did in a span of 1 year?
Yes.
Or less?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because kuna hizo during long holidays you don't do this.
Yeah. So basically, because at the end of the day, since we don't have so much funds and like the UNSA politics, ESSA we work always as a team. No wonder the credit we get as a team, because an activity that I have, I'll need assistance from the whole team. So that we all come through and make it a success. So that's why we can say that this team, what we did was the conference, the Baringo visit, us reaching out to those people who are suffering from the hunger, the health week, the dinner that we had for students to interact with the corporates.
Yeah.
Like we did all that as a team, so that at the end of the day, when people will look back, they should at least see. But then, Kenyans are Kenyans.
We at times forget.
We at times forget.
Yeah, the impressive part is like you guys are saying, the dinner. Because, engineering students are identified with the T-square. So if you give me a chance not to carry my T-square, I think I'll take it to heart. So you said that recently the engineering student conference, International Student Engineering Conference.
The International
Engineering Student Conference recently took place.
Yes.
Can you just shed a bit of light about it?
Okay. It happened on the 20th and 21st of February. We had 2 universities from Uganda, that is Chambogo University and Makerere University. We had Egerton University present, we had KU, we had JKUAT, we had of course, the hosts, the University of Nairobi. We had Meru University. We had Dedan Kimathi University. Students coming. We had Embu and
Masinde Muliro.
Masinde Muliro.
Yes.
You hosted all these at the University of Nairobi?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I may forget any other university that may have come.
Yes.
But
those are a number of universities.
Those are quite a number.
Yeah.
And our students also attended in very large number. Our theme was going green, and it's basically how the student engineer, the future engineer can contribute to solving the problems that come with climatic changes. You know, there was a time when my grandmother could predict exact dates that maybe the rain will fall, and we could just start preparing land.
For real?
Yes, you just do an estimate and say.
How do you do
20s,
that?
She had lived. But these
Do
days,
you look at birds moving and you look at ants?
she has experience over time from the past. So
Oh, that's
these
impressive.
These days you can't predict.
Yes.
Like last year, we predicted. Okay, she said we should maybe start preparing land and planting. We planted and it rained
January.
Throughout December, throughout January, throughout. I was leaving from August holidays. It was raining. Went for December holidays. It was still raining. Came back till January. It was still raining. It
It's
means
very
there was zero
surprising,
harvests.
January,
Zero harvesting.
I mean, the challenge you have right now with tomatoes is because of the rain.
Yes. So
Yeah, so basically the whole conference idea thing was to bring a solution towards us being able to at least predetermine future climatic changes. But then it all boiled back to our environment, how we handle our environment, how we dispose a lot of things, how we cut trees, So that's why this conference, basically, it was meant to educate and maybe, because there were various projects that were presented during the conference, the 2-day conference, and the projects from them, they picked the best 3, which we hope that during the World Engineers Day that they will be presented for other engineers to see, and considering the role of engineers in the economy so that they can also apply the project, so for the greater good of the economy.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Go Green was about creating awareness about the climatic changes and the things that we need to do. I'm just trying to see if I got this correct. And the things that we can do as one, people, and 2, mainly the engineers,
Yes.
to ensure that we can be able to curb these climatic change.
Yes.
That's correct.
Yes.
So what are some of the ideas that you guys were able... So let me get this straight again. So we had students submitting ideas
Yes.
yes.
and
We had
proposing how...
judges, yeah.
We
We had
Yeah.
judges
You even had judges?
Yeah, we had judges.
and awards.
Okay. So what came out of this? You see, by the way, engineering is the cream of academia. So we have doctors slightly above, then we have engineers. So when I call you guys cream, I was for real. Like, engineers are handpicked. Not everyone does engineering.
yeah.
So what are some of these amazing ideas? Would you like guys just share with us some of them?
Okay, not exactly. Okay, I wouldn't like just tell you the whole project. 'Cause
Yeah.
Actually, the top 3 were 2 of them were from Uganda. One of them was from Kenya, but not the University of Nairobi.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. So I can say one of the projects that I saw during the presentation, one of them was conversion of plastic waste to something renewable energy. How we can use the plastic that are disposed, especially our Nairobi River, the various places that have been dumped. So how we can convert that plastic to energy that can be used in the economy. Because So because that in the long run will ensure that the environment is clean and at the expense of supplying energy to the economy. If in surplus, we can also export some.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was the whole point.
So literally, you take plastic, you convert it to electricity.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
I'm intrigued. Where can I see these ideas?
You're welcome on 4th.
On 4th of March.
Yes.
Where will it be?
Great Court.
The Great Court.
Yeah.
All right. So on the 4th of March at the Great Court, what's the time?
Whole day.
It's a
8
whole day
PM,
event.
Yes.
So if you want your mind blown, if you want to see what engineering students are doing right now to curb the challenges that we have as a people and also strengthen the economy, Great Court, March 4th, the entire day.
Yes, in Manu Chandaria Auditorium.
Manu Chandaria Auditorium.
University of Nairobi Towers.
Yeah.
Okay. University of Nairobi Towers.
6th and 5th floor.
6th. You have the 2 floors.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you know how hard it is to get 2 floors of a
We
building?
get them all.
So at Manu Chandaria Towers, that's the 5th and 6th floor on March 4th, the whole day. You'll get to have a chance to see what the University of Nairobi students are doing to tackle challenges,
Yes.
mainly with the climate.
Yes.
Okay? Okay. Lastly, what do you guys have to say to young people out there?
Okay. I think change starts with you as an individual. And the little that you can do is just enough. Just lift a finger. Don't wait for a mass movement for something to change. Just do your part as a person. And always just be outgoing and have it all. Because, it's free to dream. It's very free to dream. And even implementing it is still free. Yes. So as young people, we should just be outgoing and exploit every ability we have, every talent we have. Don't hold back. Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Sean?
What I can say to my colleagues, my age mates, is live the moment. Live the moment responsibly, of course.
Yes.
It goes without saying, because
YOLO. You only live once.
Yeah, you only
Use it
live
wisely.
once. Use it wisely. Because at the end of the day, we'll all age, and when we age, I want all of us one day to sit back and look and say, during my years, I spent them wisely. I touched a life through whichever thing that I did. It's in the little things that a lot counts. So if you are in any position anywhere, whichever capacity you are, maybe you even not necessarily you have to be a leader in order to touch a life or do anything. Just wake up, do whatever you can do that you yourself you feel can help someone or can touch a soul, be it spiritual or physical. So in the long run, live a life you will remember.
That's impressive.
Yes.
That's those two amazing. I like what you guys have said. Live the moment, and what you said. Everything starts with you.
Yes.
Whatever it is, don't wait for a mass movement. I want you guys to send a message to corporates out there, because these are the guys you tackle with. These are the guys you go to visit in their offices. I want you guys to send them a message. What will that be?
First of all, I would thank them for always supporting our activities as Engineering Students Association, University of Nairobi. I would like to request them to keep supporting us, especially when it comes to internships, and also support our events and help us just realize what we're doing. Yes.
Awesome. Sean?
Yes, I, Sean, would like to thank you first of all for always the support you've given us throughout, since I was formed, since it's 40 plus years old. We would like to say thank you so much, and we look forward to each and every time that we are organizing an event. We look forward that you'll be positive to us as you've always been, and so that, because in what you do to us, you are inspiring us, because us one day us will also be out, and we'll also want to assist other people. So basically, I would like to say thank you, and we look forward to you assisting us more as you also nurture us, prepare us for the corporate world. Yes.
Thank you so much, guys, for coming.
Thank
It's amazing what you guys are doing, and keep on pushing for university students.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Karibuni sana.
We are much humbled.